Got done with autographs, and I've looked at no stats here yet, so, okay. Oh, this is blue gold. I'm really confused. I want to look at it. All right, first thing I think came out really clean. We had some guys banged up going into it, got a couple little bangs, nicks, and stuff, but overall came out really, really healthy. I think we had a great spring. We had a great breakfast this morning with all of our families. I don't know, 300, 400 people with our moms and dads and sisters and brothers, and a couple. I would say probably 4 or 5 dads came up to me and said, Coach, just look at the last 2 scrimmages. Like we're more physical, we're more aggressive. I love it. So just hearing from parents, talk about what we have done, what they see compared to maybe last spring or last fall camp in scrimmages, because they have obviously full access, unlike you guys do. But I'm happy with where we are. I think we're only going to get better. I think we got a lot of playmakers that didn't even play today, which is exciting. You guys got a chance to see a few of those guys out there today with a lot of stuff not in on offense or defense. So, questions?
What did you see from Nate and Eli specifically today, the 2 quarterbacks?
Again, I haven't looked at the stats here. I'm looking, I guess Nate's 12 of 16 through a TD. Eli was 10 of 23, so a little under 50%. But I think both of them managed to huddle. I think well. I don't believe who threw the pick. Someone threw
Eli.
Holston did.
Yeah.
So threw one pick, and it could have been a sack too if you go back and watch the videotape. Might have been a sack before he threw it. You got to protect the ball. But I thought both of them did a nice job. Obviously, Nate was with the second offensive line, so I think it's impressive what he did just with the twos, being up there and getting the ball quick out of his hand, and got some playmakers out there.
Do stats even matter in a game like this, Pat?
No. I mean it's hard. I mean, can you imagine having all the weapons on offense on one team together? Those are things you don't. You look at. We got 22 Pitt players out there. We're low on numbers. We even had a couple of defensive ends go in and play D-tackle for the first time in the game today. I think Zach Carruthers, David Ojigbe, and there's one more. Carruthers, Ojigbe. They never played D-tackle before. They just jumped in there and said, "Coach, I'll do whatever. Let's go." So.
Will Nate still be QB1 at the start of training camp?
Yes, he will be.
You called him a gambler earlier this week with some of the deep shots that he's taken. How do you feel he processed the field as far as just watching it, the eye test of his decision making?
And again, I call him a gambler because in practice you have to go. You got to go. You're in practice, right? And we know sometimes they might throw an interception in practice or taking chances and seeing what they can do, what they can't do. You didn't see him take many chances today. I mean, he had a nice touchdown pass at the end. I've seen Nate. He just continues to grow. You look at what he's done in a short period of time. I'll go back. This is the first opportunity he's had since he's been here to get reps with the ones, and to me, that's the most impressive thing. I mean, he just keeps learning. He'll have this offense mastered by the end of summer camp.
Of the guys who didn't play today, could someone have played if it was an ACC game, maybe?
I think Rodney had 1 carry. Blew the whistle. He might have had just 1 or 2 plays. Thought they'd throw it to him. They handed it off to him. But could we? I'm trying to think. Probably not. They might have been a week away from playing. I mean, like Terrence Moore is a week away. So is Branson Taylor, probably a week away. And we weren't going to risk it. We could have pushed him back, but maybe Poppy plays a little bit, but we weren't going to do that anymore.
Pat, what's better with your quarterbacks now than as opposed to practice 1?
What is better?
What strides have you seen them make?
Getting the ball out of their hands quickly. I mean, I think you saw some of the quick, get the ball out, the blitzing, throw the ball, get it to a tailback, get it to, Desmond Reed or whoever, get it in space. Don't try to be the hero and think you can throw the ball down the field. But just their feet in the pocket will, I think, again, the thing you can't measure is just their knowledge. I mean, this learning a new offense. Just imagine if you have a brand new occupation. That's basically what it is. It's a whole new ball game. It's different stuff, and all the quarterbacks did a great job just picking up, and they got a lot. They got a lot to put together.
This is such a marked departure from what you guys have, say for maybe Kenny's last season, with what you guys have done basically since you got here. As a head coach, and now you like what the offensive coaches kind of do their thing. Is it hard for you to watch? I mean, is it a shock value for you to watch your offense be operated like this?
Not at all. I don't know why you'd even ask that. Like, to me, I love it. I mean, I want to score touchdowns, I want to be explosive. You can do it out of any offense, but we chose this offense, and you know, football's comfortable. You know, as a defensive guy, I've seen this all my, you know, like I see it. I'll never forget. You can call D'Antonio up tomorrow. We just sit there, and we had the same pro style offense at Michigan State, and we'd be watching cut-ups together, and he'd be like, "Pat, look, the offense line didn't block anybody in the game 10 yards. It's like, that's spread offense, you know?" And we used to just laugh, like, you know, just like spreading them out and running the ball. I'm good with anything, you know. I'm a football coach. I mean, I've seen it all. You know, 90% of the offense we face are what we're doing now, and it's a pain in the butt. And I'm not talking, you know, the complete tempo, but just the spread philosophy and throwing the ball out there on the edge. And you know, Kenny Johnson gets a touchdown by, you know, by just throwing a 3-yard pass, and we got a touchdown. That's easy. You know, take advantage of what the defense is giving you.
I'm sure you had to expect some growing pains with the new offense, the new staff. Did you see too many growing pains? Just not for.
Probably just enough. I mean, you know, again, that's our growing pains on defense too. You know, there's growing pains with every player. I mean, you look at the offense, defense, and then you look at the individuals. And you know, our job as coaches is to develop our players. You know, you develop an offense, you develop a defense, and then you develop the individuals in, you know, the offense or defense. So I think, you know, that's what we do as coaches. And there's, you know, there's always pains. I mean, there's pains with Jesse. I couldn't be happier. Jesse Anderson came up and made a tackle so quickly, probably mid-third quarter. Jesse Anderson, number 16, and I was so happy to see him because there was times he's missed that tackle. And we've been telling him, hey, he'd break down and then the guy will make a miss. It's like, oh, Jesse, stop slowing down. And Jesse was one up there and had the most beautiful tackle. It was like, that's how it's done. And he'll just grow from there. That's what we do as coaches, to watch those guys. Chris, you know what I'm talking about, right? I mean, to watch those guys, you know, you've seen Jesse, to watch him make that tackle, man, you know, that's as good as a touchdown. Just, you know, but he's going to continue to get better. You know, he may miss one too. You know, McMillan missed one out there today. So that's why we coach, is to make those guys better and continue to teach them.
Zion had.
Do you find some of the newness going on, sort of, I don't know if reinvigorating is the right word, I'm trying to think of a different way to put it, but like a different offense, new coaching staff,
Yes.
new kids. Like,
Breath of fresh air.
Yes.
No doubt about it. You know, and again, our kids feel that too, and that's why I'm so excited. When your kids are excited about doing it, then, you know, I get excited as a coach for sure. I get excited.
Zion caught 4 passes. Lamar had a deep touchdown. Even Cam Montero had the throw catch. Of the younger receivers that aren't Kenny Johnson, what have you seen from that group and guys trying to step up and
Growing pains, Jerry. Growing pains. Zion, there's been growing pains. It was fun to watch him go out there and catch some balls. You know, good. Lamar got that. You know, I was talking to his dad, Lawrence, at the breakfast this morning. You know, he's awesome. And I said, you know, I'm going to kick him in the butt. I said, just check out his effort today, because it can be up and down. Mm-hmm. And today he's up. You know, family's there. You know, some fans out there, but he's got to turn that on when nobody's watching. But Lamar's got a chance to be really good. You know, Zion's got a good chance to be really good. Those guys can help us this year. We'll see how far they grow.
What do you believe?
We're going to take 2 more. Corey, go ahead first.
What do you believe is the next step in the evolution of this offense?
I don't know if there's a next step. It's just polishing it up. You know, it's continued polish. And our kids are still learning it. And there's a lot of conversions going on out there. You know, there's a lot of still learning to go. I mean, we're not even close to where we could be. This is just the first install. We'll have a summer install. As far as just in the middle of the summer, we'll go through the same thing, you know, on both sides of the ball, and then we'll have fall install, and then we'll be ready to go.
Amanda, get the last one.
How would you assess Kenny Johnson's performance in spring and as well as Gavin's?
Yeah, it was good to see Gavin. You know, again, Gavin had a nice sideline catch on a, you know, on a 20-yard out, 15-yard out. I don't know if it was a 7 route that he had to break off flat. Then he had a nice catch over the middle and, you know, broke a couple tackles. Gavin was great. Kenny Johnson, those guys are superstars. You know, those are 2 big-time players that make us a lot better. And, you know, when they're out there for, you know, 4 15-minute quarters, I think a lot of things can happen. In Canate Mumfield too. Those guys had a nice day today.